against that, I said.
Do that. Frank, if you want to play this game at the highest level, and no doubt our players do, you have to sort of be tactical. When you break down shots or break down a hole, how would you break down this hole in a very smart way?
Yeah, I know what you're getting at there. A lot of people would think 350 yards, you could bash a driver down there, you'd finish up in trouble. Well, the way to be aggressive on a strategic hole is to just put the first one in play in a position where you can attack with the second. And there's no shame in that. You can still walk off here more days than often than not with a 3.
Well, the tee shot has landed in the bunker. Need a good, clean strike here from 180 yards away. Second shot. This one has a chance to be close. Frank, that reminds you of maybe what, the greatest bunker player of all time? Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. How'd you like that one right there? Eagle, out of nowhere. Into third place. Finishing out the front 9 with a pretty difficult par 4. Again, water down that right side. She's ended up on the fairway, and with such a good lie, so many more options available now.
Rich, it's not all gone. This is where you can pick yourself off the canvas. Start to string together 1 or 2 good shots in a row.
Wipe away all the negative thoughts from the bad start and just try to focus on what's in front of you. This is a good-looking shot. What an outstanding shot that was.
Got the right result, too. It's just a tap.
And with that, birdie moves into a tie for the lead.
Got ourselves a battle right now, Rich.
Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back. Oh, I like that.
How about that T-ball? Not just in the fairway, but way down the fairway.
Yeah, a lot of people can hit it long and crooked. Long and straight, that's the hard one to get. That is absolutely in prime position.
Terrific golf shot. And now, that for an easy birdie. So a tester from 4 feet. Racking them and stacking them right now. 6 under par for the tournament. Well, Frank, how about this hole? Par 5 11th at 617 yards.
The goal here is to take all those bunkers down that left side completely out of play. If you can hit it far enough down there, you can get close to this green. But if you do stray a little bit, all of a sudden, well, it's called eternity. You're going to find that this hole will play very long. That's a ginormous tee shot.
Second shot coming up here at the par 5. That is just an outstanding shot right there. And now a chance for an eagle.
just continuing to play some really good golf. 8 under par for the championship.
Now the par 4 12th, only 363 yards, but Frank, it is intricate. There's a lot involved, isn't there, in playing a hole like this?
Yeah, I think this is where you have to work out, which clubs do you hit the best? Are you better with a 9 on, are you better with a wedge? Because that's the distance you want to hit it to. That's how you can be aggressive, even when you're laying up.
Tugged that one a little bit offline to the left, and he'll pay a bit of a price because that rough is fairly thick.
Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was headed for that thick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. But then I guess you're allowed that in this game.
She is putting the full arsenal of her skill set on display this afternoon. Beautiful shot. You can see why this player has been compared to a young Rory McIlroy, featured golfer making birdie and now sitting comfortably inside that cut line.
Rich, in that great opportunity, name on top of the leaderboard. It is only round 1.
Good place to be. EA Sports is proud to present PGA Tour coverage. It's second round coverage of the California Classic. Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
That incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Pretty much doing everything right this week. 11 under for the tournament.
To the second hole now, par 4, only 371 yards. Frank, what do players need to look out for off the tee?
It's really a layup hole here. No need to hit driver down there. The biggest bunker in the distance there is about 300 yards. You have to avoid that. Nothing wrong with hitting an iron or even a hybrid off this.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
How about this start? Birdie, birdie to open the round.
Frank, players had hybrids, some had irons out off the tee on that short par 4 second. Time to get the big stick out here on the third.
It certainly is. The third hole you play, yeah, 3 totally different looks off the tee. This hole appears straightish off the tee, but well bunkered down the left, which makes you push that tee shot a little to the right. I've seen some long tee shots, but it's the advantage to tee that ball up. Get it up there quickly, get the wind behind you. It's amazing how far you can hit it.
Well, that's how you play the game, right there. Locked in on the read and the speed. So, Frank, what do you think of the start so far?
Rock solid. Very impressed.
Now to the fourth, 192 yards and a pretty tough hole location here today. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot.
That will be a great look at birdie.
Second shot.
Bang. Has it.
Frank, what'd you say at the top? Die on the left, die on the right. Is this what you were talking about?
Exactly, yeah. The fifth hole here, it's called double trouble. So yeah, there's chances for grief on both sides of this fairway. But if you're long enough, if you can just sneak it past 335, that's where the water runs out. This is reachable.
So if you do sneak it out there, and that would be the longer hitters, you might have what into this green?
Well, you can get home hybrid, maybe even something shorter. But remember, it's called double trouble. Avoid that. Maybe double eagle.
Frank, obviously way too much club there.
You've got to think something like that, or at least misread the wind. This is never going to sit down.
Frank, that is how it's done.
Yeah, take a gross of those. That is a lesson in itself.
And now a chance for eagle.
Well, the architect Pete Dye is known for visual intimidation. We see it at TPC Sawgrass at the Players every year. And you see it right here, Frank, at this 255-yard par 3/6 with water everywhere you look.
Yeah, you could make an argument here that it suits a little bit of a cut, like a Lee Trevino-style fade that starts at the left and moves its way to the green, but then that's also moving back towards the water. Conversely, if you try and fly it over that water on the right side with a little bit of a draw, then the green starts to run out on the left side. Have I made it sound hard?
Frank, did you just see that?
She just made an ace, Rex. Amazing.
Hole in one.
Yes.
Well, Rich, 2 rounds in the books, and it's easy to see why the leaders are on top of that leaderboard.